Good afternoon. Welcome to this July 26th, 2021 special meeting of the Downtown Design Review Committee. My name is Corey Bates. I'm the chair of the committee. The following guidelines are in place for meetings in the council chamber at City Hall. Only the south entrance to City Hall will be open for access to the building. For exiting the building, all accesses can be used. Air purifying machines have been installed in the chamber. Hand sanitizer machines and disposable face masks are available. When called on, applicants and speakers will come to the front podium to speak. Only one person at a time should come to the podium. Please speak into the microphone and identify yourself when you begin speaking. Address your comments to the committee, and please limit your comments to 3 minutes. Citizens may also address the committee on agenda items by responding to a call for speakers during the discussion on each item. Similarly, please speak into the microphone, identify yourself when you begin speaking, and sign in the log at the podium. All comments must be relevant to the item in discussion. The chair or presiding officer may, in his or her discretion, prohibit a person from addressing the committee and/or remove that person from council chambers if that person commits any disorderly or disruptive behavior. Please reference the meeting agenda for more information about these requirements. If you parked in the Sheridan Walker parking garage north of John Rex Elementary School, staff can provide a parking validation ticket to you. The agenda and documents are located at https://okc.primegov.com/public/portal. You would then select the Downtown Design Review Committee meeting, click on an agenda item, and the relevant documents will come up below that item. As always, please be sure to silence your cell phones during the meeting. And Princess, will you please take roll?
Committee Member Bates.
Present.
Committee Member Brennan.
Present.
Committee Member Blatt.
Present.
Committee Member Copeland.
Present.
Committee Member Jones.
Present.
Committee Member Sarur. Committee Member Truilo. We have quorum.
Thank you. Item number 2, approval of last meeting's minutes. The minutes have been circulated. If there are no comments or discussions, I'll entertain a motion of approval.
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Blatt, Jones. We're just pulling that up on the PrimeGov portal right now. And if everyone could vote.
Motion passes.
Thank you. So we'll take roll on the motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Committee Member Bates.
Aye.
Committee Member Brannon.
Aye.
Committee Member Blatt.
Aye.
Committee Member Copeland.
Aye.
Committee Member Jones.
Aye.
Committee Member Truilo. Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Item number 3, cases withdrawn, we have none. Item number 4, continuance requests, we have none. Item number 5, consent docket, we have no items on the consent docket. And moving on to item 6, case 6, excuse me, cases for individual consideration. Item 6A, DTCA 210055 at 100 West Reno Avenue. I believe the applicant's present. We'll have staff introduce the project, and then the applicant can speak.
Thank you, Chair. The request before you is to remove the existing rooftop signs that were approved a few years ago that are painted on the membrane roof, install 2 new roof signs that will be lit, as well as the wall and roof wash accent lighting and linear accent lighting that's proposed. Back in 2018, some of you were on the committee when the request came in for new roof signage. They were replacing the roof, and at that time, they wanted to put the signage back on it, and it was going to be larger than the original one, so they needed a new variance. So that was actually approved in 2018, and they got their variance from the Board of Adjustment. The reason this is before you today is because the staff report to the Board of Adjustment at that time specifically referenced installing unlit roof signs. So because the proposal is for lit signs, we're having to go back through this process. The current sign that's painted on the roof, we had some pictures in the handout that you got, and if we can go there. And I just got these from Google Earth. You can see them if you're in the right place, kind of on the west side of Scissortail Park. And the lighting is just right with the sun and everything. But for the most part, who sees this are helicopters, or depending on what room you're in the Omni, you could look down and see them. So this is not signage that has a target audience of pedestrians, clearly. So if some of you probably watch the Thunder games, and that's when you typically see it, when they're flying over the top of it. As I've continued to state, on our buildings that take up an entire block, our sign regs do not adequately address signage needs for those buildings. It actually limits this building to 445 square foot for the south, the west, and the north. They do not have street frontage on the east. And there's a significant amount of signage on the walls, and so there's really nothing left for the roof, so we're having to go back through this process. So I included the calculations for the signage. This signage that's proposed, and I'm going to, bear with me while I'm trying to make it go faster all the way to the end. This is actually smaller than what's up there now, and there'll be 2 up there. Sorry, there's a lot of lighting. Information that was submitted. Oops. Cameron, can you make that? Thanks. So they're proposing individual letters that will be lit. Thanks. As well as the building lighting. Staff has no issues with that. That wouldn't have needed to go before you. The sign has to go before you because it needs a variance and because it's over 100 square feet. So staff has no issues. There's nothing different now other than they're proposing to light it. But you'll need to condition that the applicant obtains a variance from the Board of Adjustment from the maximum allowable sign area regulations. You'll need to make 2 motions, because you'll need to make a second motion to, we are requesting that you make a second motion to recommend approval to the Board of Adjustment from the maximum allowable sign area regulation. We have several people. We have representatives of the city, because as you know, we own this. We have representatives here for the applicant from the Thunder, and we also have an adjacent property owner who would like to speak in support as well. So whoever wants to start off.
Thank you, Laura. Hello.
Hello, I'm Sue Hollenbeck. I am the new Special Projects Manager, Executive Manager for the City of Oklahoma City. I replaced Tom Anderson, so it's very nice to see everyone. I'm really just here to answer any questions that you might have from the city standpoint of this new signage. If you don't have any, that's fine.
Do we have any questions?
No? Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
And so I think now the adjacent, somebody representing the adjacent property owner, representing the Omni, and if you don't mind signing in on that sheet down there. He's indicated he'd like to speak in support of the proposal.
Great.
Good afternoon. My name is Steve Keenan. I'm the general manager of the Omni Hotel, and as the neighbor directly south of the arena, we have no objections to this initiative. Fully support it.
Thank you. Is there anyone else on the applicant side that wants to speak? Does the committee have any questions, thoughts, comments? If nothing else, I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the application on the basis the project complies with the regulations and guidelines of the Downtown Design District zoning ordinance as referenced in section C and D of the staff report, with the condition that the applicant obtains a variance from the Board of Adjustments from the maximum allowable sign area regulations.
I'll second it.
It was a Jones-Blatt motion.
We will need to do a roll call vote.
Okay.
Committee Member Bates,
Aye.
Committee Member Brannon,
Aye.
Committee Member Blatt,
Aye.
Committee Member Copeland,
Aye.
Committee Member Jones,
Aye.
Committee Member Trujillo. Motion passes.
Thank you. And then I believe we need a recommendation of approval.
I'll move that we recommend approval to the Board of Adjustments for a variance from the maximum allowable sign area regulations.
Second.
It was Jones-Blatt again.
We will need to do a roll call vote.
Okay.
Committee Member Bates,
Aye.
Committee Member Brannon,
Aye.
Committee Member Blatt,
Aye.
Committee Member Copeland,
Aye.
Committee Member Jones,
Aye.
Committee Member Trujillo.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And thank you to the applicant and neighboring property for meeting with us and coming here today. Appreciate it. Moving on to item number 7, other business. We have none. We've got item 8, communications. We've got a couple items on the administrative approval report. Are there any comments from the planning department staff?
You have a meeting next month. We promise to do our best that you will actually meet on the already approved date. But other than that, I don't know if Katie has anything. As some of you might know, and I didn't have a chance to say, they took down the barriers. We do have masks and we do have gloves. If anybody ever feels the need, we're sitting at a meeting, we can get that to you very quickly. So,
Yep, I didn't have anything else to say. I thought you were stepping out with the applicant, so I was going to say nothing from.
oh, okay, I got it. Yeah.
But nothing else to report.
Do we have any comments from the committee? Appreciate everybody coming in today for this special meeting. And our next meeting date is Thursday, August 19th at the usual time. Meeting adjourned.
1:14.